This is G.I. Joe, The Rise of Cobra, Action Battler, Storm Shadow, Snake Eyes, and Wallace Ripcord Weems. These figures are originally intended for the younger collectors. I was originally interested in them, but they were just gosh darn expensive when they first came out. They were being sold for $20 on retail. Then after a year they went on clearance to $10. Still didn't buy them, and then now they've come to a final clearance of $6 each out here in Manila. So if you guys you live in Manila and you're looking for these, you're interested in these figures, they're now on clearance for about $6 if you can still find any of them on the shelves. So anyway, it's a good deal. I thought it was a pretty good deal. They come packaged in these green colored boxes. Pretty corny, but the artwork's just great. So you have here Snake Eyes, and you have here Ripcord. So they're pretty okay, I suppose. Let me put them aside. Each figure is about 6 inches in height. Let me just get them out of my fxfranz pose. They come with these from the name itself, from the name of the namesake of the figure, action features, action battle features, which gets activated if you squeeze the legs together. So really for the younger generation of collectors. The articulation on each of the figure is exactly the same. We'll use Snake Eyes. He's got a hinge joint for the head, some waist articulation because of the gimmick, arm rotation, arm swivel. He's got an elbow swivel and a wrist swivel, a thigh swivel, and that's about it. Everyone's got the same articulation. Accessories, Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow came with their sort of cartoony looking swords. Same for Storm Shadow. Very cartoony looking, but very representative of the swords of the actual character. Not very, a little bit, well, they're trying to get the G1 look, but cartoony, so no pointed stuff, no. Anyway, and for Ripcord, he comes with 2 guns, sort of like again, a cartoony version of the guns or accessories that came with the 3 3/4 figures. This is a missile launcher, and I don't know why it has a magazine clip, but anyway, and this one is a normal G.I. Joe rifle. So very nice indeed. Okay, let's begin with Snake Eyes. Snake Eyes' gimmick is a sword slicing action, as the box says, sword slicing action. And what you do is you squeeze the legs together, and he sort of does that. Pretty corny, not a big fan of that, but still, you know, that's not what you, if you're a regular collector, it's not the main reason why you get this figure. Sculpt is just fantastic. I like the sword on the left hand because it allows him to really point the sword forward. He looks kind of like a foot soldier from the Ninja Turtles, but overall very representative of the movie Snake Eyes. I like the sculpt. I like these exaggeratedly defined muscles. Color scheme is great. Some silver highlights on the bracelets. Then we go to Storm Shadow. Storm Shadow is the same sword slicing action gimmick as says in the box. Again, but he has it in reverse. Snake Eyes goes up, Storm Shadow slices down. So very nice, sort of to differentiate the characters. Almost the same size as Snake Eyes, but with better detail, I think. He's got his sort of jacket, the drapes of his jacket on molded in. They're separate pieces. I mean, well, sort of separate pieces. They're not molded into the legs or anything, which is very nice. The sword also again fits better on the left hand, which he can point. Head sculpt is actually good, pretty decent, very representative of Storm Shadow. I actually like Storm Shadow more than Snake Eyes, but I just decided to pick up Snake Eyes since I already picked up Storm Shadow. I mean, You gotta have him. If you have Storm Shadow, better have Snake Eyes, right? He's got a gun molded in. It's non-removable. That's about it. Pretty decent. This is probably, if I had to pick one of these, just to buy one of these action battler figures, this is probably the only figure I'd probably get if they didn't go on clearance. So that's Storm Shadow. Very good sculpt though. Ah, Cobra symbol right there. Sorry I missed that out. Very nice. I actually really love this sculpt. This is my favorite figure of all the action battlers. And finally, we have Wallace Ripcord Weems in his, I think this is the suit, the accelerator suit. But it's done in blue. It's supposed to be in all gray and black, but they've given him blue. I don't know why. So his gimmick is really the rocket punch action, which, as the packaging says, well, he's supposed to, yeah, whatever. It's like he's flailing his arms wildly, like he's a nutcracker. He's a nut job. Anyway, that's Ripcord for you. Interesting. The only reason I picked this guy up was the paint job. The paint apps are just fantastic. Bit shiny gray, plastic molded in color. The metallic blue, light blue or turquoise. No, not turquoise, but it's a very metallic blue, electro blue type of finish. It's very nice. He's got a GIJoe symbol right there. And his helmet the helmet can actually swivel up, which reveals his face. So very nice. I like that touch from Hasbro. You can close it up if you want. So overall, these are very interesting figures. For their retail price out here in Manila, at least for $20, they're not worth it. But for $6 each or $10 each even, they're definitely figures you want to pick up, especially if you're a big fan of the Rise of Cobra toy line, or even the movie. So there you have it, the GIJoe Rise of Cobra Action Battlers, Snake Eyes, Storm Shadow, and Wallace Ripcord Weems. Thanks for watching.